Something I said.
How did you get up there?
The bartender let me out, but wouldn't it be easier for everyone if I had a key?
We don't do anything easier around here. Boss, I have to check something out in the kitchen. Tuck in a little bit. Excuse me.
Aren't you glad to see me?
Why am I seeing you?
We have some heavy meetings in New York next week, if you'll remember. And I had some ideas and a free afternoon, so I jumped on the shuttle and gambled that you may have a free hour or so to talk.
Oh, I definitely have an hour or two to spare.
Wonderful. That is wonderful, isn't it?
I'm always pleased to see you.
Thank you. I hope you're not angry. I thought you'd rather I came down here. I know you don't like to leave your family to come to New York.
I may be spending a lot more time in New York.
Perhaps we could arrange a schedule that would make it easier for you.
I don't think it'll make any difference. I'm going to have a drink. Would you care to join me?
Sure. Something's bothering you. What is it?
Why don't you just tell me about the meetings in New York?
Well, I think I've gotten the protection boys interested in listening to you. I mean, really listening.
Excuse me. Duke.
Uncle Duke, it's Robin.
Hello, sweetheart.
You have time to talk?
Yeah, I always have time for you. You know that.
Well, Mommy said you probably wouldn't be home until after bedtime, and I wanted to ask you if I could talk to you about my school report.
I'd love to hear it.
It's a geography report. I picked Scotland and Australia to report on, and I thought that you and Daddy could help me.
Well, your daddy certainly has his work cut out for him because Australia's such a big country.
Scotland's a lot older. Well, will you help me?
Of course I will. How does your mommy feel about me helping?
And she said I'm very lucky to have two such wonderful men help me. Can we talk tomorrow? Will you be home before, bedtime?
I hope so. I'll be sure to be there.
Oh, great. I knew you'd help. I love you, Uncle Duke. Here's a kiss.
Big kiss to you too, sweetheart.
Gus is going to be the easiest. He's the oldest, and one of his kids has already been busted on some minor charge. It has him worried that the boy is trying to follow in his footsteps.
Gus.
Right. The toughest nut to crack is going to be Billy the Kid. Don't laugh. If he thinks you're making fun of the name when you meet with him next week, we'll lose him. He's the youngest of all of them and the wildest. He likes pushing people around. He likes the risks. But the key to him is a girl. She's not in the racket. And he adores her. So if we can convince him, make him realize that going legitimate may help his relationship with her,
Anna knows.
then maybe you could use her as a wedge. What?
Anna. She knows.
Anna knows what?
She knows about you. She knows about the club. She knows about the mall. She knows everything about me.
What does Anna know, specifically?
She knows that Club Duke's a high-class front for greenies with the same low-class associations. She knows everything I told her about my business in New York City was a lie.
Oh. That explains what she was doing at Club Duke yesterday.
Yeah, she mentioned she saw you there.
She said she was dropping by during a shopping trip. She did ask a lot of questions. They didn't seem any different at the time from any housewife's curiosity about her husband's business.
I warned you before, Anna's a damn good girl.
I guess none of us realized how thorough. She didn't get anything out of me, but she'd been talking to Rodolfo for quite a while when I showed up, and he doesn't know anything about her. I don't know what he might have let slip.
What difference does it make? It's all water over the dam.
Well, what's she going to do about it? Tell Robert Scorpio?
That's not for you to worry about. What you should worry about is how it affects our marriage. I told you before, if anything came between Ann and I, then I was out of the business. I meant it. That woman and that child, they mean more to me than anything else. Do you understand that? They mean more to me than you and your family. Or any promise I'd made, even the promise I made to Julia. More than my life itself. If you'll pardon me, I have to go.
Where are you going? Mr. Vane will bear watching. I wonder what he would do if she really left him. If his world would really fall apart. Cheryl, wherever you are, you have excellent taste in champagne. It's nice to have a penthouse to rest in after an interesting day. So Anna knows all. She must be fit to be tied. Dear hubby is working with the mob. I wonder how he's tried to explain it. Told her the gang is going legitimate. Told her he gave his word of honor to Juliet. She'd buy that, I wonder. Robert Scorpio certainly wouldn't buy it if she told him. But if she told him it would destroy Duke, and I'm sure she's not ready for that. Watching the dust settle on this one is going to be very amusing. Olivia, what are you doing here? I don't know what I'm feeling the most. Embarrassment at myself for being here, or relief at seeing you. Are you all right? Yes, I'm much better. I went to see a specialist. Oh, why are you here? I needed a place to stay just overnight. I hope you don't mind. No, of course not, but it's my turn. What did the specialist say? How's your health? Well, they just confirmed what I already knew, but they helped me to have a more positive attitude about it. I think I can handle whatever I need to. Oh, good. You had half the people in Port Charles worried sick about you. Well, have you seen Robert Scorpio yet? Oh, I just came from him. Oh, so soon. What are you doing in Port Charles? Well, I came to give Duke an assessment about decorating the club here. He was very pleased with my work in New York. You know, I meant to call you before I left. I didn't know that Duke was involved with your family. Oh, yes. He and Julian were very close. You do mean family in the normal sense of the word, don't you? Well, I was hoping you could help me with that. Not very likely. You know how my father likes to keep me out of the business. Well, Club Duke is where Greenie was, and I understood that was Victor's headquarters. Well, that's nothing. You know how real estate turns over in New York, and... Well, I think there was another owner between my father and Duke, but I can't guarantee knowing anything for sure. With my father's secrecy and the success of my art gallery, I'm not even up to date on any rumors about the infamous Jerome mob. Why are you so concerned about it? Well, I just didn't want my connection with Julian. As much as I loved him, I don't want my connection with the family to get around. Because of Robert Scorpio. Yeah. I understand. You won't hear anything from me. Now, let me get my things out of here, and I'm sure you're exhausted and you just got back, so I'll just get out of here and stay at a hotel room. Don't be silly, don't be silly. You are more than welcome to stay here. Are you sure? Yeah. Well, thank you. Great, okay. In that case, may I offer you a glass of your very excellent champagne? And you can fill me in on all the details of your medical profession.
Well, I'm afraid that kidneys are not the most exciting topic of conversation, and my particular kidney is not too fond of champagne. So I'll have some juice and you enjoy yourself.
Oh, okay.
Besides, I think you might find it more interesting if I told you about Robert's cousin, Prunella.
Prunella?
Prunella Witherspoon, to be exact. Just arrived this evening from Australia.
You're kidding me. Somebody's named Prunella Witherspoon.
Yeah, and she actually fits the name.
Oh, really?
What a character.
What's her story?
I'm not sure.